What's up, Vipers and Vipettes? It's Mike here to bring you another video. This one's going to be about PtP, player to player, in Game of Thrones Ascent. There were some questions on how to do attacks, how to defend, and how to find people to attack the targets. So one way, the easiest way, is to respond to when people attack you. It's kind of like, you got to return fire when you get attacked. It will light up here in the player to player screen and it'll notify you when you're getting attacked. So if you go here, you can see the incoming and the outgoing. Now, if you see here, I have an incoming from, who's this? Rose Snow. Right. All right, so we got to get her back. So here's a couple things you could do right away. So if you're getting attacked by somebody, it says here, call banners. Now, what that does is that'll post it in the Rook. Now, if you go here in Alliance, you see this is where you could type in and talk to people in our Alliance, and it'll show up right there. Don't click it like 10 times. Like some people, let's say you get attacked by Rose Snow 3 times. You don't call all 3 banners. You just got to call one, save your silver. It's not necessary. So yeah, so you call banners. It's a little trumpet sound. And then you go here, and you'll see Mike Blackfire, and it says, who's attacking? Can you help me? If they click here, then the rest of the Alliance can click on it, and now it'll bring them right up to them, and they can attack them. So that's a good thing to do, too. So, and also look out for that while you're in the Rook. See if anybody posts this send help button, and then you could respond by returning fire. Okay, but you don't need to do that for this because you have an incoming, so all you have to do is hit respond. Okay, so if you hit respond, what's going to happen is you're going to set a defender. Okay, so you have her coming at you with on a fight attack with a vanguard, which is what you should always do. You should only do fight attacks with vanguards because that's their strongest. If you look at her stats, 20% to fight. So that would be a wasted if you did like a steel attack. You wouldn't get that 20%. So that's good. I guess you don't have to watch the video. She gets it, right? So here we go. I'm going to set a vanguard as a defender. Find one. Here's one right here. Vanguard. And you hit select. And now it goes away. But if you click back on it, there it is. You can also add a boon. So we're going to add a boon. Try to find a fight boon. Right here. Courage. 3% to fight when attacking or defending. Right now we're defending, so only the defense ones are relevant. Click on it, and it gives you a little boost. You notice when you put the boon on, it actually shows the numbers, which is interesting. So you can actually see she's very, very favored to win, but you never know. You get lucky. Another thing, too, is I set the defender here, but it also is here. The defender, now this defender will pretty much respond to anything that is fight at all. That defender right there will now basically patrol. I'm going to show you that too. So let's just say you wanted to have a spy defender just in case anybody decides to hit you with spy. What you would do is you hit player to player and you hit patrol. Now you'll see. Now see, that's the one I just set for champion, response to fight. So she's going to stay up there for 6 hours, 6 days actually. And if you don't take her down, she'll be up there. So she's if she gets 5 injuries, she will die. So that's why it's always important to remember to take your defenders down. So if we wanted to make this spy, we would just hit spy master, click on it, and now she'll always be waiting for you to get an incoming attack. See, right now I have no attacks coming in, but she'll stay up there, as long as I want, and she'll automatically defend any spies coming in. Not a good idea to just keep all your defenders up, like I said, because then they become targets and people will try to kill them, especially a peerless. So just so you know, when you set a defender, it does take up command points, and you have a limited amount of those based on your level. Okay, so that's how to do defenders. Try to miss anything there. So call banners, boons, and just make sure you take down your defender after the attack's over. So in 2 hours when this attack's over, an hour and 41 minutes, you want to check back on your computer, see what happens. You'll see your results right here, and take down the defender when you're done. So that later on, if you're not playing for like a day or so, you might come back and it'll be dead because people will all attack at the same time and try to kill it. So we have a steal here. We might as well set a defender for that too. Find a thief. It's a thief, and you select it, and now That Swan Sword is defender. Right here. So now that she'll be a defender for, see, it says 6 days and 23 hours. She'll stay up unless I take her down. All right, so let's talk about how to find people to attack too. Um, so quickly, you could do this, the random. You go here, random, target, random. It'll actually pick a bunch of people that are around your level. But be careful because some of these might be allies. So you kind of want to be sure that you don't attack an allied alliance. So like Kong's Landing, if you click on them, they're actually friends. So that would be a bad thing to send a negative to them just out of nowhere. You shouldn't do that. But like here's an enemy. So as long as it says enemy here, you're good. You could attack them if you want. And they usually try to keep people that are around your level, which is nice. But just so you know, there are certain levels can only give you seals. I just want to see if I could find that real quick. In the file section, I have something. Let's see. This one here. And you'll see right here. If you're level 149 or below, the other player may not be less than 5 levels below you to get a seal. If you're 150 or 249, they have to be above 145 to get you a seal. And if you're over 250 level, anybody over 200 will get you a seal. So that's in the documents and the files of our Alliance page. So you're going to want to make sure you attack somebody that might actually get you a seal, not just attack anybody. So that's random. Another way is to go to the war map. So go to Alliance, war map, and you can see all these alliances here that you could choose from. And you just got to pick one that is at enemy status, not the green one. You want the red. So Fire and Blood's free game. Anybody with the enemy, they're free game. So you can attack anybody in this alliance you want. We also have in the file section for our main enemies like Fire and Blood, we have all their names and levels on a document. So just check that out. And so you can pick out which ones are going to, get you seals. Also, another way to check level if you don't have a document like that is to click on their name and then send an attack, and it'll show you what their level is. So, like, for example, here's an inactive player. That means inactive, the question mark, which usually means that they're very easy and their equipment doesn't even show up. So they're actually a very easy attack. So let's say I'm going to send a fight at this person. I have a Vanguard, so I'm going to fight. So I get the full benefit of all of his equipment. Hit go, and you'll see how the bar goes all the way over. That means that I'm extremely favored to win. So this is a good way to make seals, is to hit inactive players. It's a great way, especially if you're a low level and you're not that strong. You just want to hit all the inactives. You're allowed to do 3 negative attacks at somebody a day. So let's make sure. I'm a level 44 right now. So let's see if this person will even give me a seal. They're level 213, so definitely will give me a seal because I'm only level 44. So that's a good one for me to hit. So I would send attacks at her 3 times and get a seal at that. Let's see, what else? War map. Oh, yeah, and if you want to send, let's say you want to send barters to our Alliance members, you could just go to members in the Red Vipers Bannerman, hit members, and then there's a search function here. So let's say I want to send somebody, let's say I want to send Andy a barter. So hit Andy. There he is, Andy. Click on him. And now I could just hit player to player. And then I could send them a barter. Now, barters, you really don't have to have a merchant. I mean, you could do that, but you could send anybody to do a barter, and you'll still get your silver. So, yeah, send the barter. Send as many helpfuls as you want to anybody. So you could just keep sending barters, and there's no limit. Negative attacks, there's 3 per day, but positives, you could do as many as you want. So you check your results here. So when it's done, the outgoing, you'll have your results here if you won or lost. And if you want to check your stats for any reason, you could go to your character, go to stats, and you could see how many wins you've had, PtP wins. And there's a lot of achievements in the book that depend on achievements. There's one achievement, get 400 PtP wins, and you get a really nice weapon out of it. That's pretty much it. So if you guys have any questions, just comment below. I hope this video helps you out on how to do PtP and everything like that. And feel free to ask any questions. And thanks a lot.